Austin Russel was born on March 14, 1995, and it seemed that he was destined for extraordinary things from the very beginning. At the age of 2, Austin wasn't just a babbling toddler, he was reciting the periodic table completely from memory. Austin's childhood was rich with experiments and endless curiosity. His mind was a whirlwind of physics theories, electronic circuits, and programming codes. It wasn't enough for him to just understand these disciplines, he wanted to apply them, to build, to create. By the age of 10, Austin was no longer just a kid tinkering in his garage, he was a professional working as a software consultant. At 11, when most kids his age were playing on gaming consoles, Austin was hacking them. When he was denied a mobile phone, he simply modified his Nintendo DS into one, not just to defy his parents, but also to challenge himself. At 13, while other teenagers were navigating the chaos of middle school, Austin was dealing with the patent office. He filed his first patent for a groundbreaking water recycling system, one of the many gadgets he created in his pursuit of building a better world. His bedroom, now a makeshift lab, became cluttered with tools and components. There, he brought life to inventions like a holographic computer keyboard and a laser capable of detecting cancerous moles. Each creation was not just a gadget, but a potential lifesaver. Soon enough, his inventiveness caught the attention of the scientific community. And by 16, he was a researcher at the prestigious Beckman Laser Institute. But even while he worked on laser technologies, he couldn't help but think about the next project, the next problem waiting to be solved. His time at the Beckman Laser Institute and his obsession with solving problems led him to something that would change his life: autonomous vehicles. At 17, while still a physics student at the Stanford University, Austin saw an opportunity that he couldn't pass up. The idea was brilliant enough to drop out of Stanford and pursue full-time, and a good thing too, because it is this idea that would make him the world's youngest self-made billionaire and revolutionize the way we think about transportation. In 2012, when Austin was just about to leave high school, he founded Luminar, a company dedicated to making vision-based machine perception technology for self-driving cars. Luminar uses laser-powered Lidar technology, which stands for light detection and ranging. The lasers generate a 3D map of the car's surroundings in real time so your car can automatically detect and avoid any oncoming objects, whether they're moving cars and pedestrians or stationary poles. It sends out laser pulses in regular intervals, millions of times, in fact, to continually measure how far everything is. Austin's idea helps cars brake automatically if there's an unexpected pedestrian or if a car swerves into your lane. It isn't meant to replace drivers, just make the roads safer. After only 3 months at Stanford, at age 17, Austin secured a Thiel Fellowship, which grants young entrepreneurs $100,000 to build new things instead of sitting in a classroom. But even without the grant, things were already in motion at Luminar. According to Austin, he would have dropped out of college to build Luminar with or without the fellowship. While most startup founders today announce every stage of their business and share their journey on social media, Austin decided to operate in stealth mode for 5 whole years before announcing Luminar's existence. Austin believed in a different approach than most, keeping a low profile and concentrating solely on product development without the distraction of public attention. For Luminar, the focus was always on building the best technology instead of revealing progress prematurely. So, in the initial 5 years, Austin focused on intense and discrete development of the company's core technologies, including the laser, the receiver, the scanning mechanisms, and the processing electronics, even developing their own chips, which were crucial to the system's functionality. Once confident their technology was perfected, Luminar burst into the scene in April 2017 and immediately racked up $36 million in Series A funding. Austin put that toward establishing a factory in Orlando's capable of cranking out 10,000 Lidar devices. That same year, they teamed up with the Toyota Research Institute to test their tech on self-driving Lexus sedans. By 2018, they were seriously leveling up, rolling out their 7th-generation ASIC design and expanding their footprint by acquiring Black Forest Engineering in Colorado Springs before snagging a former Uber exec to boost their business development. Volvo got in on the hype, integrating Luminar's Lidar into their cars for better safety on the highway, with plans to standardize this tech across all models by the end of the decade. Audi A jumped on the Lidar bandwagon as well, drawn by its precision and range. By 2019, Luminar had raised over $250 million and boosted its workforce significantly, before securing a deal with Airbus worth $250 million to create systems for self-driving cars and trucks. Then came the kicker. Austin decided to go public. In 2020, Luminar Technology went public through a SPAC deal, hitting the NASDAQ and bumping their market cap to a whopping $3.4 billion, immediately skyrocketing Austin's net worth to over $1 billion. With a hefty $170 million investment from big names like Peter Thiel and the Volvo Cars Tech Fund, companies were lining up to get a piece of Luminar. And Austin, keeping 83% of the voting power, steered the ship as chairman. It wasn't long before Daimler's AG truck unit snapped up a minority stake, eager to rev up their self-driving truck development efforts. Intel's Mobileye didn't want to miss out either, choosing Luminar's Lidar sensors to sharpen its autonomous vehicles. By March 2021, Luminar had already teamed up with Volvo's Zenseact for the Sentinel system, aiming to redefine car autonomy. Mercedes-Benz got in on the action too, deciding to equip future models with Luminar's Lidar for enhanced driving aids. And Austin believes this success is because he operated in stealth mode and chose to refine and perfect his tech rather than talk about an unfinished product for 5 years. To that effect, Austin doesn't have social media, and given Luminar's incredible growth, he most likely never will. Instead, he works for 80 to 100 hours a week and stays fit by always walking while taking phone calls, an activity that sometimes makes him walk up to 10 miles a day. His passion for innovation and unwavering work ethic have enabled Austin to secure more than 50 commercial partners, pouring in billions of dollars to fuel the development of Austin's vision. By 2025, Austin wants Lidar not just to be an option, but a standard for all high-end vehicles. His vision expands beyond just Lidar, eyeing the transformation of certain motorways to fully support autonomous driving by the same year. Fast forward to 2030, and his goal is for every new vehicle rolling off the production line to come equipped with Lidar technology as standard gear. He sees a day when manually driven cars become relics of the past, similar to horses, only for pleasure and not for everyday use. With such ambitious plans, Austin is not just dreaming of a new chapter in automotive history, he's creating it. So, Austin's advice for aspiring creators and entrepreneurs? First, carve out some time every single day just to think. This is valuable time you use to disconnect from the distractions and mess of the outside world and turn inward. Discover your potential, refine your ideas, solve problems in your head, and make it a practice, almost like meditation. Second, have a short-term and a long-term focus. The long-term plan ensures you stick to your original vision, and the short-term helps you remain flexible enough in the event of a challenge or unexpected hurdle. That doesn't mean you compromise on the long-term vision, it just means you don't stay rigid and you see all the way through no matter what. And third, if you have a vision and want to build something, college isn't the only place to do it. In his early teens, Austin watched full lecture series from Stanford and MIT at 2 to 3 times the speed, absorbing entire physics courses in an afternoon. And while he admits you can't become an expert with a quick YouTube search, he says that the real trick is self-directed learning and initiative, especially for entrepreneurs. So, inspired by Austin's story, what's one bold step you're planning to take in your entrepreneurial journey? Let us know in the comments below and subscribe for more stories like Austin's.